morning.
How you doing? My name is Colleen O'Brien. I'm the Director of Student Health here at the Great Bethune Cookman University. I was asked to speak here this morning, and I guess it's because I'm the survivor of child abuse, domestic abuse, and also a rape survivor. Thank you. I really don't need the applause. She said, well, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? I said, I never write anything down. I usually say a little prayer before I get here and ask Jesus, just let me say what I need to say.
Amen. Come on.
And maybe that I can help somebody that's sitting out there that may be hurting, that maybe has never told anybody anything, and maybe I will tell you a story, or maybe it will help. As a child, I grew up in a family of abuse, an Irish family. They were drinking, so I'm an adult child of alcoholics, and my mother was the abuser. And it's funny, during the libation, he said to call upon someone, and I mentioned my mom. It's not funny, it was meant to happen. And, the night before she had died, she had asked for forgiveness. She held my hand. I didn't know she was going to die the next day, and she asked to forgive her for everything she ever did to me. I'm like, oh, Mom, be quiet. I'm washing her hair. The next day she had passed away. Now I know why. And I did. She had been brought up in a family that abused as well. So, it's a pattern in abuse. This is what happens. And just like we need to break the chains. And I did that. But I did it in such a bad way. My daughter was the worst brat in the whole world. I went completely opposite. I used to hide myself in the bathroom, and she'd bang on the door like a 4-year-old. I said, you need to leave Mommy alone. I have the tendency to be a child abuser. She said, Mommy, you're so silly. But it was the truth. But, so she turned out to be a real brat. I hope she just gets somewhere in the middle for my granddaughter. And then, of course, I chose abusers when I got in my first marriage because I didn't know anything else. So when we got divorced, I chose another one. And when I tried to leave him, he stalked me. And then one night, outside a bar, he got me and raped me and threw me outside of a car and left me for dead. But Jesus actually picked me up.
Amen.
Brought me to the side of the road, and I survived, obviously. I became a survivor. Right the next day after everything. And brought me here because he had a plan for me.
Amen.
And I think one of the plans, I know his plan was to survive so that I could be here for everyone that's ever come through my door that's had the problems that they had, because I've had all these experiences. And I can share my experience, my strength, and hope with anybody that has had any of these things to go through. That's all I have to say.
Amen.